Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays. We're Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Eve, alright. Here we go. I don't know why, I just wanted to start singing Stacy's Mom. We're not early enough into the video for that, nor do I think that that song is particularly good, but maybe that's just me being mad at novelty songs that aren't Jay Giles' band Centerfold. BFW3A0QY. Let's do this. I very rarely play Eve. She's not one of my go-to characters. I know a lot of people out there, big fans. Big fans. But I'm not particularly an Eve kind of guy. But I do love starting with Whore of Babylon. All we gotta do is find ourselves in a position where we can make it work. Pretty much one spear at heart, plus a fire that we leave somewhere, leaves us in that position. So, we start with a key as well, unless we got that from our first room, and I'm mistaken. But Mom's perfume is Fear Shot. To be honest with you, I think I don't want it. Mom's eyeshadow is Charm Shot. I'm finally taking a stand, okay? I do think that Fear Shot, without the associated damage with it, is bad. It is good against charging enemies, but it also causes me to take so much damage that is admittedly my own fault. But it messes with my brain when it comes to enemies that, like, jump up and teleport and so on and so forth. So, I'm gonna stay away from it. I don't think it's one of those things that I'm sure people are going to belabor in the comments. They're going to be, oh, what an idiot, what a scumlord, blah, 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 blah. But I also don't think it makes that big of a difference on the run. It's not a damage upgrade. It's not an attribute upgrade of any kind. Obviously, if we want to be the best we can be here, we will become the Whore of Babylon and also take as many black hearts as we can out of here. This actually gives us a lot of survivability and doubles as giving a real good chance to get to the deal with the devil on the next floor. The problem is if we get HP from our boss here, but so be it, you know, shit happens. Hopefully we'll be able to, if we get HP. I'm already living in this alternate universe where we get HP from our boss, but it is a fairly common outcome. If we get HP, hopefully we just, you know, coast on it until the deal with the devil. Then we can trade all of our HP away for the world's greatest items and just win the game in 20 minutes. Hey, we are gonna get someone put me on blast, because last time we fought Steven, I was like, well, we're getting, apparently my definition of on blast is probably different than the dictionary definition. But, I was like, we're getting little Steven or Steven here, so either way, that's okay. And they were like, come on, NL, be real with me. You know you're getting little Steven. And that's largely true. Steven himself very rarely makes an appearance as far as items go. The last time we had it was as a random Eden start. So we'll take little Steven, and mostly I'm going to be happy to still be in the Whore of Babylon state. I'm stoked that we have an arcade chance. Not so happy about being on the cellar, but, you know, that's the way the cookie crumbles. How do you like them crumbles? I got her numbered. Hierophant. It couldn't ask for more in that situation. Well, like a bomb, I guess I could ask for. So literally I could ask for more, but I'd be kind of a shithead for doing so, which I think is the implied subtext of that idiom. What's that song? I could not ask for more than a time together. I could not ask for more than a good a boo. I forget how the rest of it goes. That was a... Oh, man. Third puberty is hitting me like a fucking dump truck. And guys like, what? What? Let me see a butt. I think I'll sing it again. Favorite Drew Hill song, no question. Okay. Well, this room, at least we have no combat on it. And it's going to be easy for us to get into. And big fan, don't mind if I do. Fairly nice orbital. Does less damage than I'd like, but all it takes is one BFF to really swing that around. And it has a very generous hitbox on it. That could be helpful for us for fighting enemies that we're not, ironically, big fans of. It was a very good location for you to spawn. I don't know, I almost became full Michael Caine there. That was a very good location indeed. Not quite my favorite Michael Caine impression, but we're fighting, you know, negative version of Steven here, but he can drop anything. Drops Pageant Boy, which might be good, so we don't have to worry about our HP, even if this deal with the devil isn't quite what we anticipate. And then the deal with the devil is actually awesome, so we'll see what our red chest has. Pills, interesting. We're gonna pick up the shovel, and then just use it to see if we get a crawl space, because we know we're gonna take the nail either way. So now we're in permanent Whore of Babylon state. Bombs are key, and tears up. Actually pretty good. Permanent Whore of Babylon state is not really what that item, or what this status should be called right now, because it's not permanent. But short of picking up an HP upgrade, it is permanent for now, at least. So we are feeling pretty stoked about that. You know what? Yeah, I'll open it. And I feel like we don't really want Tammy's head. It's weird, because I also want to say, like, well, at least we took Tammy's head out of the rotation, but that's kind of, like, needlessly mean to Tammy's head, an item which I'm actually quite fond of, and actually very tempted to take. But the nail, given our HP situation, has got to be considered better for us right now. Ah, this is more along the lines of what I'm looking for. Alright, and here we get enough money to make our shop worthwhile. Thankfully, I have, oh no, I spent my key opening a golden chest for an item I don't even want. That's okay. We could get a chest at the end of this. Even if we don't, it's no skin off my scrote. Got enough spirit hearts and spirit heart gain to feel really confident about how our run looks at this point. But we did get another key there. And I feel like we can spend another, 2 minutes on this floor if we want to. Just to make sure we get everything. And we'll still have an adequate chance at boss rush. Just the kind of thing I like to keep in the back of my mind from time to time. Just in case we find ourselves in a situation where we, like, desperately need one item or something like that. It can be very helpful. It's much easier to go this way than the other way. It feels, anyway. Man. Tell you what, I'm going to buy Pandora's box and use it. Because I think I could use the consumables for the next floor, but... well, thank you for the teleportation there. It was very helpful. 15 cents for 4 consumables is actually pretty okay. I think there was a tinted rock I didn't blow up. Whatever. We'll crush it on the next floor. It is my own idiocy, but that's all right. Yeah, I mean, it's not my favorite purchase to be made, and of course we could have taken Pandora's box down to this floor and then popped it immediately for a boss item, but the cost on that is very large. Not just 15 cents. It costs us the nail into perpetuity, so that's something that we very much want to keep track of, because the nail is extremely important for us. I think 15 cents for 4 consumables, it's kind of like buy 3, get the 4th free. It's okay. It's okay if you can use it anyway. So we're going to use the nail on this room, and I've immediately lost half of the HP associated with it, so I feel really strongly about that. Let's crack this. Red hearts that I can't use. And... easy enough. At least the enemies are dying quickly. But compared to last run, I'm taking a shit ton of terrible damage. So I'm not particularly pleased with my performance right now. I'm not particularly pleased with all the plosives that I keep propelling into my pop filter either. But hopefully that's not that big of a deal. Okay. Keep it up here. Mostly, I want to make sure that we still have a chance to pick up a deal with the devil on this floor. We have a chance to purchase a product from the Prince of the Underworld. I don't know, the Underworld doesn't have too many plosives in it, but I need to stay above 4 spirit hearts, or 3.5 mathematically, like literally, but preferably 4 or more, so I can keep my, might as well get the damage bonus before the boss, so I can keep my survivability up while also taking a deal with the devil. Depending on the deal, that doesn't always matter. I don't know why I think this is the secret room. Yeah, my brain has betrayed me a little bit. I mean, I didn't think it was the secret room. I thought it was the second secret room, but still. Hey, at least we got a familiar that we can use. And it's not a great familiar, but it's something. It's like able quality. And actually, even though this boss is easy, I'm happy to have the nail for it, because it does allow us to make the arena a lot better for us. So whenever we can hit an enemy, we'll just take the time to crush some rocks, and when the rocks are crushed, we're going to be able to kill the enemy more easily. We'll take it. It's risky. But it worked. Okay, man, this is a tough choice. I think out of all of these, I want Goat Head. And I know that people are going to be like, Pentagram gives you a better... Pentagram's the best of both worlds. It gives you the deal with the devil chance, but it also gives you the damage. Okay, that's true. No. Dark Bum, it's one of the best items in the game. You'll never have to worry about your defense again. You're always going to have enough spirit. I was like, well, you know what, that's true. But Goat Head gives us guaranteed deals with the devil, and that's a little bit too much for me to pass up. It also has the added benefit of, if I get another HP upgrade on this floor, I could take either of the other items, and I think I'd probably go Dark Bum right now, but we'll see. That's not HP, but it's also pretty good. Sissy Longlegs is fine. Possibly better than fine, and I feel like it's worth... Oh, that was like a complete accident, but we could use the key, so I mean, that is not like a colossal mistake, but I feel like the Spirit Heart is a big one for us. Or not the Spirit Heart, the Nun's Habit is a big one for us here. And why not get a second charge for the Nail as well? Probably shouldn't have used it there. Could have crushed some rocks with it. That's completely my bad. No secret room there, huh? I don't think it's going to be above us. It totally could be. But for some reason, my brain is like, nah, dog. Don't even worry about it. We'll use our last bomb to worry about it, because I think it is there now. Wow. All right. Fuck me. Let's head down. And we'll exit. And I'm feeling good about our HP. It does suck that I can't pick up anything else here. I would have loved to have gotten all 3 of those items. It was also like it was a little bit of a logic puzzle. Do I take the HP before I go in, or do I take it after? Well, if you take it before you go in, if it's a Krampus fight, you're going to be squandered. Like, you're gonna be out of your deal with the devil state. Unfortunately. And that was what I was risking there. If you take it after you go in, you're definitely going to be out of your deal with the devil state either. So, I didn't really take the time to do the back of the napkin math too much. But I figured, like, well, if in every situation where I take it second, I'm definitely out of the Whore of Babylon state, then I might as well take it first. The other option is not take it at all, which carries its own somewhat less obvious risks, but risks nonetheless. Yeah, it's an interesting choice, but the choice ended up working out for us. Now that we have the goat head, we don't have to worry about it. We can walk in and then get our HP upgrade if we need it, and then walk back in later. So Magic Mushroom, of course, gives us HP, which takes us out of the Whore. Oh no, we're Eve, so we're still in the Whore of Babylon state. Sorry, that's like something I should definitely be aware of at this point in my life. But I forgot that as Eve, you get that extra little bit of tolerance for a deal with the devil. Or sorry, for Whore of Babylon, where you, as long as you have 1 heart, you're still good to go. It doesn't have to be a half heart. That's good. It's very good. I didn't forget, really, because I did also just do that, like, on the first floor, where I went into that curse room. Might as well Hogalaws and then use this. Reason being, I don't want to crush the mushrooms accidentally. We'll take Liberty Cap. It just, that factor of it just slipped my mind earlier, I guess. Alright, so we know we're going to get a deal with the devil, followed by a deal with the devil. Or, well, let's put it this way. We're going to get a deal with the devil item, followed by a deal with the devil room here. And if we don't fight Krampus, this could be a big swing. If we do fight Krampus, it could be like a medium swing. Oh shit, Abaddon. Probably should have gone into our deal with the devil first in that case. But it's Krampus nonetheless, so it doesn't matter. In the future, that would probably be the better thing to do, though. Trade away all your HP before you become Abaddon. So, Whore of Babylon's not even a contest anymore. And Lump of Coal is a huge damage upgrade. Well, no, but in conjunction with Abaddon, it is quite nice. I might have gotten a little ahead of myself there. So, damage should not be a concern for us. You know what? We've already been to Item Room. I know that we're maybe rushing a little bit here, but this is a chance for us to make up quite a lot of time that we can use to more or less guarantee ourselves a chance at boss rush, so I feel like we should. I do want to fight the mini-boss, because you never know if we get a card or a rune here that's valuable. It didn't quite turn out that way, obviously. Matchstick is also pretty tempting. And I'll tell you what, I'll open the golden chest in our boss trap room as well. And I at least feel like that's worth it. For keys, that's about it, though. Not going to worry about our shop. We'll just head down to the Depths Part 1 after this. And we're not going to be too far ahead of schedule for boss rush, but we'll have like an extra minute or two that we can work with. And with the speed at which we're getting stronger and the fact that we can't fight Krampus anymore, I feel like we've got a really good chance of next floor maybe even being better than this one, although that sounds ridiculous considering we got Lump of Coal, Abaddon, and Magic Mushroom on this floor. So maybe I'm getting a little ahead of myself there, but that's okay. More than enough keys to do what we want on the next floor, and almost the floor after that. But now I'm just basically hoping for the ability to fly, or possibly Guppy as well. Or instead, it doesn't really matter either way. Okie dokie. Oh, excuse me. Down to the next floor. We've been really having good luck finding the boss fights right away as well. And this is Curse of the Labyrinth, so at this point I would say the boss rush is basically a foregone conclusion. So in hindsight, definitely should not have used the nail here. Should have used it here to crack open these rocks instead. Alright, let's save the other 2 keys, because those have to go to item rooms. That was pretty poor on my part, but we now are a little bit closer to getting the next nail charge, which could actually be very helpful on some rooms. Interesting. To help me get a a card that I could use to teleport out of boss rush, if we want to do that. I think I'll buy champion belts. And now we have 2 keys again, in a kind of roundabout fashion. I'm not going to donate anything, but I'm extremely happy with the champion's belt pickup. Just, that's exactly what I was worried about. But now, we just turn this on and crush everything. If you hit me, I don't really care right now, because we have another black heart and probably several more coming. That was very dumb of me. I can see forever, also pretty useful. Okay, crack them all. Gotta be a teleportation card in one of these, you gotta figure. 2 of clubs, just use it right now because I'm an idiot. And we got another nail charge. The tower, the high priestess, and the world. Well, we'll use the world. We're gonna be back to nearly full HP. We got Guppy's head. What do you think, Guppy's head or the nail? Honestly, I think we use the nail and then roll Guppy's head. I know we've taken a lot of damage here, but I don't think we're gonna take too much more in the future. And the principal benefit of having Guppy's head with Nun's Habit is gonna be that we can use it a lot more. You know what we should have done? Use 2 keys to get so many bombs, and then bombs are key, and make like 20 keys out of them. But anyway, now we've got to be a little bit more cautious about our HP, but thinking my flies are going to be pretty valuable. That's probably some of the worst dodging I've ever done. Don't really want to open that. Okay, let's keep it going. Lots of rooms to go in between now and the item room, so... Still don't have a teleportation card. Would enjoy getting one. I can't believe we actually managed to get that guy to crack a skull, and then the skull had the audacity to not pay out with exactly what I wanted. Now remember, all is not lost. Even if I made the wrong decision, we can always go back and get the nail if we really feel like we made a mistake earlier. I don't really feel that right now. I feel like I've run into some tough rooms. Oh, we have I Can See Forever. I was like, did we get X-Ray Vision and I somehow forgot about it? Crystal Ball is also like a really cool choice here. But I'm going to stick with Guppy's head. I really have a bias towards items that... well, that's alright. I really have a bias towards items that give us offensive punch. And one thing that Guppy's head does is give us a little bit of offensive punch. Not as much as I might like, but... something for sure. That was extremely poor damage. I thought we could like thread the needle there, but I ended up brushing up against the skull and fucking my life up. There's a key back here somewhere. My reflection. I think my reflection with Lump of Coal can be okay. As long as we have enough shot speed for our shots to actually like make progress. They do pick up a nice damage bonus the longer they travel. And this room has completely eroded my fly army. Amazing. So it's looking like increasingly like we're not going to be able to teleport out of boss rush, which is, to be honest with you, only a mild disappointment, but a disappointment nonetheless. You know, like, we might still do boss rush if we can get a good item on it, but mostly at this point, we've got enough speed that we might as well give it a try. At least we know we have one more deal with the devil coming. That could give us, you know, if it gives us Brimstone or Mom's Knife, we probably will end up doing boss rush if the item looks okay. Okay, start with the bloat. I think we'll just use High Priestess on the bloat because it doesn't really work against Mom's heart. Or Mom, I should say. I don't really want Old Bandage, to be honest with you. Red Mom is the most annoying when you have an orbital to work with, I think. Blue Mom is probably the, like, objective hardest in standard situations, but when you have an orbital that does damage, you really want that foot to be down as long as possible. Red Mom is annoying for that. Alright, take Polaroid. And, we'll take 9 lives. Which gives us 1 HP. And we'll take Rotten Baby. It's very helpful. We're only 1 Guppy item away now. Oh my god. Unicorn Stump is tempting. Bloody Lust is tempting. Money Equals Power is tempting. I'll tell you what, I'll go through it for Money Equals Power. I'm almost tempted to just die. That way we would have... we would just respawn outside of the level, which would be tempting. It would save us a lot of time. I mean, as you can see, we're not really running away with this or anything like that. We're not killing enemies in a single hit or anything like that, but we really should try, and, you know, we're getting we're getting another item upon completion of this room, so it's not like it's an enormous hassle. It's the largest hassle we will face in the game, but I suppose it could still be worse. I like how I avoided Fear Shot, and then I ended up picking up Fear Shot anyway, but because Mom's Perfume does literally nothing but Fear Shot, I don't think it's like we missed out. Unless it shows up again, in which case I'll feel like a pretty large idiot. This is going to be a long boss rush, and in fact we may die in the process. I really doubt it. I think it would say a lot of really poor things about our performance right now. But I think it could happen, depending on how we end up handling these waves. But is it worth it for money equals power? Literally, possibly. Not even even close to guaranteed. It's just possible. You also I forgot that you are not the Blighted Ovum. Alright, this wave is one of the easier ones, so let's try not to squander this. At least we have Dead Bird working out for us here. Ah, nice. Well done. I'm getting increasingly likely to just walk on the fucking spikes and end my life on this room so we can leave. We do have 9 lives. Although my HP is not particularly fantastic, so I would really prefer to keep this life alive because we have so many Spirit Hearts relative to how many we'd have if we didn't have any. I mean, it might be a slight truism, but you get the idea. We gotta pick up our money, obviously. Every kiss begins with K, and every cent gives us a little bit of extra D, so obviously we're gonna invest in that. If only Chubb would crash into Gertie and they would both hurt the shit out of one another. Thank God for Rotten Baby, at least holding it down here. And we got a Spirit Heart out of it as well. Why not pick up Sister Maggie? Sister Maggie's like a... Oh! Getting hit there actually allowed us to pick up that other half Spirit Heart. So I'm excited, but Sister Maggie's not that good. It's just not worth the 3 Spirit Heart cost. It would be worth our other Red Heart, I think, but I don't think it's worth 3 Spirit Hearts right now. Alright, we're getting close-ish to the end of this. It's just Pin left. That was super easy. And then we got this guy and the Husk. Man, how did the Hollow and the Husk get drafted into each other's brackets? That's just like, what a waste for both of them. At least try to pair them with somebody who can, you know, compensate for their weaknesses. Okay, one more Husk left. I didn't even try to kill that one. This is our second to last, oh no, sorry, this is our last wave before the Horseman here. Still landing half of our shots and not putting ourselves at risk at all. That feels pretty good. And because of all the flies we have, it should be relatively easy to hurt Mask of Infamy here. Not easy relative to other bosses, but easy relative to your average Mask of Infamy fight, even if I did just take damage on it. Alright, now we're on Horseman. It would be the ultimate irony if we end up leaving this situation having 1 red heart, but living through the whole thing. Unless the item ends up being good, then the ultimate irony is that it was still worth it. Picked up another Spirit Heart. Oh, and then basically squandered it. There it goes. Live bombs at least could hurt death. I can't, because of Curse of the Darkness, I can't even see the freaking scythes as they're coming here. Oh, second to last wave. Like, absolute second to last wave. Where is my war? Ah, you dick! Well, okay. This may prove to be the worst decision I've made on this run. Or it may prove to be the world's greatest. A lot of that is going to depend on how our item looks here. Wow. Well worth it. I cannot believe that I lost that much HP in the process. Down to the next floor. Let's start rebuilding our stack. I lost the ability to speak, but all I can really think here is that money equals power better fucking pay for itself. Good start, and a Spirit Heart as well. And 2 of the same color pill could be interesting. Interesting would be the politest way to put what it is. I feel like the decision on paper was worth it, and I just played really poorly on that room. But even still, it could end up still being worth it for us here. It might already be worth it. We've already gotten, like... Well, at this point, it's like almost plus 0.8 damage. You know, not quite a small rock territory, but, Enough to maybe be worth sacrificing some HP when you have 9 lives anyway. Also helps out our flies, of course. Now, we're only 1 item away from becoming Guppy, so this... Oh, that was real bad. Oh, that was substantially worse. This curse room is a little tempting, but now that we would die on the way in, I'm not as invested in it. That's alright. I'm very comfortable with 9 lives, even after dying once. I do not feel, I don't feel at risk right now, to be honest with you. I feel good. Nice. Yeah, just knock that bomb out of the way, my reflection. Much appreciated. We can't go to our curse room. That's just, like, it's an easy decision to not do so, because we literally cannot. So we are, admittedly, hoping for a, pretty good deal with the devil here. For once, if it's just red chests containing spirit hearts, I'm not going to be that ornery about it. Please, let me get the key. I'm not going to be that ornery about it. I'd actually be quite pleased to get a little extra survivability. But the big thing for us is going to be literally any Guppy item. That makes a huge difference for us. And if we can kill, you know, half of these guys before they jump, then we have no problems here whatsoever. Our damage is actually really, really good. Range suffers a little bit as a result of my reflection, but we knew that coming in. It's not like I'm being blindsided by that or anything. Can't really do anything with that bomb yet, but one of these days we're going to find a room and it's going to have a tinted rock on it, and we'll walk in the sun, but until then, tramps like us, baby, we were born to run. So, baby, we were born to run. Did you know there is a radio station on Sirius XM who is now sponsoring the channel? That's a joke. I do have Sirius XM satellite radio, though. I have no endorsement for it one way or the other. There is a channel, a station, if you will, that plays Bruce Springsteen. Surprisingly hard to say. Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, literally 24 hours a day. I know he has a large catalog. I'm a little surprised at how large. Check this out. What's a life worth for us? Not very much, honestly, at this point. So I'm thinking that we use flying to get into our curse room. Oh, we have a secret room adjacent here as well. Oh, this could be good. Speed down, bad gas, bombs are key. 2 lemon parties. I'd rather have I Can See Forever for the next floor. Yeah, we'll use, might as well pick this up. We'll use I Can See Forever, not I Can See Forever. We'll use the pony's ability to fly to take us into the secret room. Curse room. And there could have been a Guppy item here. There was not. There was a bombs or key pill. We'll die on the way out, so we might as well just use that to kill us so we respawn on the outside anyway. Otherwise, we would die and respawn on the inside, and we'd waste 1 more life killing ourselves to get out. So, was it worth it? No, absolutely not. There was no way in hell that one was worth it, but that's okay. Now, do we keep the ability to fly, or do we roll Guppy's head? Honestly, in this situation, I think defense is not unwarranted, so let's keep the ability to fly, even though it carries some kind of obvious penalty associated with it as well, namely that we lose Guppy's head. There's a spirit heart, okay. Really don't want you to pay out with HP, but any form of mapping would be good. It might surprise you to hear this, but I'm actually not really... I don't want it. I'm not really concerned about this run right now. And some of you were going to say, obviously not, and some of you were going to say, holy shit, why not? Honestly, I feel like this run is still completely, like, well and truly in win territory. Like, comfortable win territory. Oh my god, another spirit heart, too. It's not just because of those spirit heart drops, either. Rosary bead? Might as well. Yeah, it's not just because of those. I thought I had, like, way more money. Where did my nickel go? There was a nickel, and it disappeared. Did I? Oh, I spent money on Judgment. That's why. Okay. Yeah, basically what it comes down to is that I think our damage is amazing right now. Amazing might be a little bit of a stretch, but it's really, really good. All we have to do is not get hit too much, but we have a huge amount of tolerance in that regard because we have 9 lives. You know, we can still fuck it up royally several times and get out of it. Add to that the fact that we are only 1 item away from becoming Guppy. It probably won't happen. But then we've got, you know, enough keys to open some golden chests. You never know what kind of good stuff we'll find in those. And then we've got 4 chests on the chest. And I feel like, you know, we're still very comfortable here. This is the problem I think a lot of people have with 9 lives is like, you know, you think 1 HP means you're fucked. Just don't get hit so much. And then 1 HP is like really, really useful. I know it's not that easy. We wish it always was. You know, what happened to your streak, NL? You should have just not gotten hit. You got a good point. Why do you want to make me feel bad? Hey, it's a 2-room. Let's open these both and then reroll the things we don't want, which is all of them. Oh, this is a little risky. I'm gonna be spending too many keys. I don't really want fates. Well, that's not totally true. I do want fates, but unfortunately, I can't take it. I want it because it can allow us to take a different spacebar item than the pony. Well, we could take the Eternal Hearts and then get rid of them on this dude. It's a pretty big risk, though. Well, another Tears upgrade is good. All right, well, we got all sorts of strange, you know, possibilities here, thanks to this Demon Judgment. See what this guy gives us. Lucky toe. Lucky foot, I should say. You want to try? Like, I think we should try. So I think what we do first is we go back and get the HP from this judgment back here. So that takes us out of the Whore of Babylon state. Now is where we have to pay attention because it's going to get a little trickier. And our tiers are actually going to suck. So this is kind of like if we really, really fuck this one up, we're going to be in a tight spot. Then we take an Eternal Heart. Just to test it first. And we want to get rid of this Eternal Heart by playing Demon Judgment. And it worked exactly the way we would have intended. And we can keep playing this Demon Judgment. We'll probably get a payout. I don't know if it'll be, you know, the exact payout that we want. But it worked. But now we can't play this Demon Judgment anymore. But we did get Contract from Below. Was it worth it? I mean, how could it not be worth it? We got something for nothing. Unfortunately, instead of doing a test run, we should have just gone straight into it with Fate. Then we'd have a passive ability to fly, and we could get rid of the pony's active. Oh, that was bad. Or we can get rid of the pony as our active. But still, that ended up being a pretty bright decision there. The thing is, we have to not pick up red hearts. Now we do have, like, a risk associated with our run. Because if I pick up a red heart, all of a sudden we find ourselves doing, like, I don't know, maybe 2/3 as much damage as we're doing right now. And that could be the kiss of death. I mean, our HP is obviously not a strong suit, so, you know, something's got to pick up the slack, and right now that is our damage. On the bright side, yeah, don't pick that up. But on the bright side, you know, we're picking up a little bit more money. We have money equals power. 23 cents is not really a huge damage upgrade. I'm not feeling, feeling fully like that boss rush was really the smartest option for us. That's okay. We're still in it here. And again, like, to not be dishonest, I actually think we're more than in it. I think we're a heavy favorite to win. Not like 90-10, but probably like, I don't know, 3/4. Like, I don't feel like we're in a tight spot on this run at all. I'd really like to kill Judgment last. Not Judgment, Greed. They both involve money. If we can kill Greed last and we get some money here, then that's more damage. And that was actually quite a lot of money, which is a very nice damage bonus for us. Don't pick up the HP, for God's sake. That is like a cardinal sin for us right now. I don't really care which one we kill last. Like, I feel like the drops from these guys don't have a big impact on our success here. This is, I'm gonna submit this as my treatise for why 9 lives is possibly maybe like the second best or best defensive item in the game. What would be the other one? I don't know, maybe like, don't tell me this is a dead end. Maybe Holy Mantle. That's a huge one. But, Unicorn Stump, I guess, as well, has a chance to qualify. But, I still hear Nick disrespected 9 lives. I know he watches these videos from time to time, at least. Nick, if you're watching, man, You know, 9 lives, it's not that you have to be good enough to use 9 lives. I think it's you've got to be comfortable enough with 9 lives. The only way you're going to get comfortable is by using them more, man. It's such a huge advantage. Oh, that penny is not worth the risk associated with it of picking up that red heart. Even though it looks obvious, why am I going to have a chance to lose, you know, a huge damage multiplier, very important damage multiplier, essential, just to, you know, get 0.04 damage. It's not worth the risk. So we've reached a dead end here. We've already been there. Guess we entered through here. Is there a way down? No? Okay. Okay, we haven't been this way. I hate small daddy long legs room, man. Where did that spider even come from? 2 keys. Lovely. Love it. Could end up using those keys. I mean, we have Luckfoot, so I would be expecting a decent chance to get some drops on the next floor. This is very interesting. It's us having a chance to get our spirit heart back. And we followed through. I think that was a very, very clutch usage of our active effect on the pony. The pony also kind of gets shit on when I think it shouldn't. 2 tiers ups. There's obviously problems with the pony. The main one being that it's an active flying item in a game with like 20 different ways to passively gain the ability to fly. But it's worth it if you need it. It's one of those things, you know? Nobody wants to spend $100,000 on dialysis, but if it's keeping you alive, you know, you don't maybe have that much choice in the matter. Without getting into the issue of, you know, privatized and public health care. I was just trying to make an analogy here. Don't get into a discussion about it that you don't want to. We have found our Isaac fight, and honestly, it's never going to get easier for us than right now. So we might as well take a crack at our second secret room. And play the shit out of this guy. We only want spirit hearts and good trinkets. And cards. Okay, cards fine. Flatworm I actually quite like, but I'm not going to take. Lots of payouts here. Oh, we have money equals power. So I'm only going to go down to 30 cents. So far, I feel like it's been worth it. The spirit heart is helpful. Nothing else really. Well, you know, Mom's Pearl maybe. Ace of Spades. What did I drop here? I played more than I meant to. Why don't we take the Hermit with us? Not Cursed Skull. Okay, we got out of it just fine. Alright, again, it's never going to get easier for us to fight Isaac than right now. So we might as well go to town. Unfortunately, my range is such that it's actually quite difficult for me to get in there and deal damage without putting myself at large risk. So I'm really glad that we managed to do as much as we did during our prolonged period of invincibility. That's going to be a big thing for us, I think. And now it comes down to not taking 2 more hits right now. We're doing a lot of damage, and then it's on the chest. Don't pick up items that fuck up Whore of Babylon unless they're well and truly worth it. Gotta admit, this one's a little tougher on the nerves. It's certainly not a walk in the park right now. No Curse is nice. Mom's Bra, Anarchist Cookbook, Bum Friend, Broken Ankh. Broken Ankh, or sorry, regular Ankh is pretty good. I don't think I want Bum Friend because of the risk of... Oh, come on. I don't want Bum Friend because of the risk of him taking my shit. I really need the damage bonus from Whore of Babylon. Not Whore of Babylon, money equals power. You get the idea. Alright. Now it becomes a very interesting game of, please God, give me some more chests. I don't really, like, again, if we die on this life, you might be thinking, oh, he has 2 HP. This is going to really hurt him if he dies. You know, he'll be down to 1 HP. It's the same, man. Like, we really want to be in the Whore of Babylon state. We're not winning, in all likelihood, outside of the Whore of Babylon state. I embrace the chaos, you know, I embrace the fear right now. I embrace the high stakes of this endeavor. We're staying low on HP, because that gives us the best chance of surviving, strangely enough. Nothing there. Thanks a lot, Luckfoot. Paying out like gangbusters so far. I will kill, oh, okay. I'll kill Greed last now. I was trying to kill Gluttony last, because... Oh, man, that was a little close. Killing Gluttony last could give us Spirit Hearts with Mom's Pearl, but extra damage with money equals power is fine by me. Easy room. This is actually one of the best ones we can encounter here. But we know that eventually we're going to run into the shit rooms. This is not one of them. The game's being pretty kind to us early on here. We know there's going to be a double adversary. We know there's going to be a double cage. And that's where things are really going to become a crapshoot for us. We don't want the Yum Heart at all. Okay, this is one. I basically got trapped there, but somehow made it out. We're really hoping for like an Emperor card here. It's a Sun. Kind of interesting. We don't want to take it right now, because the Sun card for us right now doesn't do anything except throw us out of the Whore of Babylon state. Got Blood of the Martyr, which is fine, and then Telepathy for Dummies, which sucks, and the Quarter, which is actually +1 damage, so that's a really good room for us. The good thing about the Sun card is that after we die, which I assume we have a pretty good chance to do once or twice here, after we die, we can use it to find where we're going without actually compromising our Whore of Babylon state, which is pretty nice. We got to be a little bit more tactical than I'm used to here, but I like it. You know, it gives us a chance to show off a little bit of Isaac's skill, what little I have. Haunt fight, again, there is no fight in the game that I think is harder in the early game and, like, proportionally super easy in the late game. For whatever reason, the Haunt is just a joke on the chest. You know, you've gotten so powerful by this point that he's just, like, a walk in the park. That was very close to me being in a very rough spot. Okay, we gotta take him out now. Thank you. And we've actually covered an awful lot of ground here very, very early on this run. And I'm pretty stoked about. Very, very early on this floor, I should say, that I'm pretty stoked about. All we need to do is, you know, basically we're surviving for as many rooms as possible before using the Sun card. 2 Pretty Flies this late in the game is also helpful. Empty room allows us to see a little bit further, you know, through the looking glass for where we're going to want to go in the future. Double Dingle room is also very easy. I can't stress enough how lucky we've gotten with our room generation, at least up till now. And, you know, the room before the boss is not going to make it any more difficult. Alright, so here's my new master plan. Well, this is also potentially good. Are you a wizard? Full health. Alright, well, let me explain to you what my master plan was. Regardless, I would like to find a half heart somewhere, if there is one. Oh, we don't need a half heart. We can, we should get a half heart. Okay, then we bomb ourselves. And then we pick this up. What's my reasoning? Wait a minute, what is my reasoning? We're Eve, we didn't have to do that. Well, it doesn't make a difference either way. It's my cover-up, I guess. We just stay back, basically. If we get hit, we can use our Sun card after our invincibility wears off. Oh, that's it. With Polaroid invincibility, we'll have a little bit of a longer period of invincibility while having Whore of Babylon, which could allow us to do a little bit of extra orbital damage. That's pretty useful. We're not going to lose here, because as soon as we get hit, you know, do a bit of damage with invincibility, then pop your Sun card, and we go right back to where we just were. So, we're sitting pretty here. This is as comfortable as we've been HP-wise in a couple floors, thanks to the Sun card. So, we got nothing to worry about. And honestly, I'm very proud of the way we performed here. This could have been a much trickier run, but it ended up working out for us. I think money equals power played a role as well. For now, though, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.